We're getting a big Mario game for Switch 2 in 2026, but what's it gonna be? I'm closing in on 80,000 subs, so be sure to subscribe. Anyway, we know almost nothing about what's coming from Mario in 2026. We know Mario Tennis Fever, we know the Mario Galaxy movie, and that's pretty much it. We don't know anything else that's coming from the Mario series. And so far, the only big Switch 2 Mario game we've gotten has been Mario Kart World, and that's had a lot of mixed reception. So there's no doubt in my mind that there's going to be a huge Mario game coming, maybe even multiple in 2026. And I think it's going to be one of these 7 things. The first one is a new Paper Mario. So the way you can look at this is that Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door remake / remaster, whatever you want to consider it, was the Paper Mario game we're getting for that 4 or 5 year span, because since Paper Mario originally released, we've gotten one within every 4 or 5 years or so, and this just came out in 2024, so it's only going to be 2 years. So you could look at it on one hand and say, this is the game we got, like they make one every 4 or 5 years, we're not getting another one for another few years, or you could look at it as it's just a remake / remaster, and we're gonna get a brand new Paper Mario game for Switch 2. So I think it could go either way. Like I don't know if there's a separate team working on it that's different from the main Paper Mario team. But anyway, Nintendo's really been focusing a lot on Mario RPGs recently. We didn't get anything in 2025, but in 2024 we got Brothership and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. In 2023, we got the Super Mario RPG remake. I think we also got the new Mario plus Rabbids. I forgot if that was 2024 or 2023. So Nintendo clearly thinks a lot about Mario RPGs now, and they typically do sell pretty well. Like I know Brothership didn't have the best sales, but it wasn't a flop either. Origami King and the Thousand Year Door both sold really well, and Mario RPG as well. So I think there's a good chance we will be getting a Paper Mario game in 2026. That is, if there was a team already working on it. And now for the next, this one is just kind of me hoping, but Mario Super Sluggers 2 or some new Mario baseball game. There were some rumors earlier this year when there was like new baseball renders that came out, and I think it was just for like some Japanese tabletop game. And it could mean nothing. It could mean that they're working on something, like it's pure speculation, but Mario Super Sluggers was a really fun game, and then there was also Mario Baseball on the GameCube, and it's going to be 18 years since that came out. Like, there's going to be people who will be adults next year who are younger than Mario Super Sluggers, and it's too bad because with Switch 2, with Nintendo finally having competent online, like, there's just so much more they could do with it. Because Mario Super Sluggers, as fun as it is, like, you need a friend around for it to be fun for the most part. Like, obviously, if it was on Switch 2, there'd be online, there'd probably be more fleshed out competitive play. At least I would hope, maybe not. But with baseball, it doesn't have as much appeal as some other sports. Like, it's big in the US, it's big in Japan, but like Europe, for example, like Europe doesn't play baseball. I don't even know if they released Mario Super Sluggers there, so I understand why they haven't made a new one, but it would be a big surprise. Like, they already have Mario Tennis Fever coming out next year, so maybe they don't release 2 sports games, maybe they do, but it's at least a possibility. Next I want to talk about isn't even a Mario game, but it's Mario's brother, so I just want to bring it up. So Luigi's Mansion 4, this is something that's been heavily rumored also. I cover this in another video. There's so much Nintendo can do here. Like, if you want to hear some of my ideas, click on the video in the description. But it's going to be, I think, 7 years next year since we got Luigi's Mansion 3, which it's crazy it's been that long. We got Luigi's Mansion 2 / Dark Moon remake, but again, that's not a new Luigi's Mansion game. And this series has become incredibly popular. Like, I didn't realize just how well Luigi's Mansion 3 sold, but when games sell like this, like, Nintendo's just not going to ignore it. They're going to work on new stuff for it. So I can almost promise you that Luigi's Mansion 4 is in development. The only question is it going to come out next year or maybe later on? And I think that kind of ties into if some of these other games come out, especially one that I'm going to get to later. But I don't think Luigi's Mansion 3 Luigi's Mansion 4 would really be competing with some of these other ones. Like, it's not competing with Paper Mario or Mario Super Sluggers for the most part. Like, imagine it takes place on a cruise ship or in a giant mall or in an amusement park. Like, Nintendo's been very creative with this series. Like, I love Luigi's Mansion 3. Like, I think it's not a perfect game. I think there's definitely some things I like better about the original, but the environments, just the creativity in Luigi's Mansion 3 just shows how much they can do with the series. Now, next is one that everyone was talking about before the Mario 40th anniversary presentation, Mario Maker 3. So we're not getting it for Mario's 40th anniversary, but that doesn't mean we're not getting it at all. Like, the Mario Maker games are one of the most popular series Nintendo has right now. Like, you could literally play this for years. So I'd love to see a Super Mario Maker 3D. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get that, but I would be very surprised if we don't get a Mario Maker 3 on the Switch 2, especially with the whole like mouse mode. Like, you could literally use that to play Mario Maker on the TV. Like, you couldn't really do that on Mario Maker 2. Like, you would have to play on the Switch itself if you're creating a level, but the mouse just is literally perfect for this. And even if it's just 2D, like, there's so much more they could add. Like, obviously Mario Wonder added new power-ups, added more hazards, because it is still fairly limited. Added more modes, maybe have like a better campaign mode or better story mode, whatever you want to call it, adventure mode. Like, this is a game people can play for years. Like, there's literally infinite possibilities. But please, Nintendo, give us Mario Maker 3D. Like, that would probably instantly become the best-selling game on the Switch or the Switch 2. Now, for something that isn't a game, a Mario Kart World DLC, I think either a DLC or some sort of free update is a guarantee, like an update that actually adds content. Nintendo knows that Mario Kart World got mixed reception, and this is probably something they want to support for the entire generation. Like, Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U was supported throughout most of the generation, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe still being played today. So Mario Kart World has been very divisive, and Nintendo has a chance to fix it. So I think they'll probably add in something to make the open world more fleshed out, possibly add in more tracks. Now, is this going to be DLC or free content? I don't know. Like, Nintendo already charged $80 for this game, but they can often be found for $70 now. And that's kind of indicative of how the game's performing. Like, it's probably not selling as well anymore as Nintendo would like. And I'm just guessing on that. I know it's still a Mario Kart game. It's still going to sell like great regardless. Maybe it's not meeting Nintendo's expectations, but the fact that I've seen it on sale before Black Friday like could just be a sign, so don't take my word for it. But there is truly a lot of potential here if Nintendo really just goes in and just adds content and then just fixes some of the issues. One of my ideas was like a 100-player battle royale, like on the world. You get 3 balloons or maybe even less, and then the map starts to close in, like literally just a normal battle royale, but in Mario Kart. Like, I feel like that would be really fun. Because yeah, we have battle mode, but it's pretty flawed here, and battle mode is not going to be the same thing as this. Like, imagine you start in the world, and then you could find different gear, like to upgrade your cart. Like, maybe you could even find additional balloons, and then everyone has to start getting like closer together as the world or as the map starts to get smaller. And as someone who hasn't played Mario Kart World in a few months, like that would instantly get me back into the game. And now for the last one, which is probably the one you were expecting, a new 3D Mario. Like, look, we got Mario Odyssey in October of 2017, which is going to be 9 years ago next year. I was 14 when this game came out, I think a freshman in high school, and now I've been done with college for well over a year, and there's still been no full 3D Mario game. Like, Bowser's Fury is not a full 3D Mario game. And of course, it's 3D Mario. It's going to be one of Nintendo's best-selling games. Like, no matter what platform it's on, how good the game actually is, it's going to sell a ton. And it's not a matter of if, it's a question of when. Like, we got Bonanza this year, so they weren't going to release a 3D Mario to compete with that. But next year, I just can't see how Nintendo can go much longer without releasing a brand new 3D Mario game. Like, that's going to become a system seller for a lot of people who may be on the fence about the Switch 2. Like, I was talking to someone recently who's not a big Nintendo fan, but likes Nintendo, and just couldn't justify to himself getting a Switch 2 because there's just not enough games for a casual fan. Like, Bonanza's fun, Worlds is fun for a while, but there's not that big 3D Mario game that's just going to get a lot more attention on the system. Now, there's unlimited possibilities. Is it going to be Galaxy 3, Odyssey 2, a completely new thing? I don't know, but if I had to guess for any of these things to happen, most likely would be Mario Kart DLC, and then second would be a 3D Mario. But let me know in the comments what you think we're going to see from Mario in 2026. Be sure to subscribe and like for non-stop Nintendo content. This has been Domain with Game Domain. Thank you for watching.